Good afternoon, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 160. Hope you guys had a safe and happy July 4th. And today is July 5th, and time to get back to work. We're done messing around. We had a great day yesterday. Spent the day with the family. Some neighbors were doing some fireworks. Everything was just great. Had a nice time. We had just the right amount of rain right before everyone did the fireworks, cooled things down quite a bit into the 70s, and just had a really good time. We cooked some hamburgers, cooked some hot dogs, had 2 kinds of potato salad, all kinds of other tasty desserts and treats and foods and everything else, and just had a really good day. Didn't leave the house. I don't think I left the house. I don't know. I don't think so. All day, except for walking around the neighborhood and stuff. So that was good. Today is Sunday, July 5th, and we are just heading out for the day. Today, we have a little side business we have to take care of, so we're going to stop and do that. That'll slow us down a little bit today, but still, right now it's about 2 o'clock. We should still be able to get to our first casino by 8. So, I know that, our second casino, which is our primary casino, by 8. We do have one stop before that. So we're looking at 2 hours and then another 4 hours after that. So we'll see what happens. Right now, 85 degrees, cloudy day, nice day, light breeze. Just can't complain about a thing right now. So did some work on the house yesterday. Installed a total now of 6, soon to be 7 cameras around the perimeter of the house, and then cameras watching the cameras. You can't have the camera out of view, so someone could disable a camera. So they could walk from a blind spot, disable that camera, go to another area, disable that. So you have to have them kind of facing each other as well. So that's all done, and also the doorbell camera. And then we went and watched those fireworks, and then walked back to the house, came back to the house, and we were having trouble with our network. And I couldn't tell. I kind of feel like it could have something to do with all the fireworks and explosions and stuff so close to the house. Between 2 and 10 houses away from us. And although our houses aren't that close to each other, all that noise and stuff, all that percussion could have done something to the network. So I ended up actually hardwiring the hub for my cameras to my home network, and then all the cameras are connected to the network itself. So if I want to make sure that the hub is online, it's going to be online because it's connected directly into my switch, which is like a 50-port switch I have at home. I know it's ridiculous. And then from there to the router, the modem for my internet. And then all the wireless goes to the network, which in turn is hardwired to that hub. So it seems to be working a lot better. All the cameras are recording 24 hours a day now, and can't complain. All that is good. Today, did some work on the house as well. Also bought a nice big ladder, 10-foot ladder. There's some stuff I need to get done that I can't reach very well, so we'll be doing it with that. So far so good today. Right now, it's time to make money. So we're heading out for the day, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back, and went in there, and it was really busy. This new whatever that they have now, some new game and all this stuff, and everyone hasn't realized how stupid it is. I ran into a friend of mine while I was in there, and I said, "What do you think about this game?" And he's like, "I already threw everything away. I'm not doing that. That's terrible. That's the worst game I've ever seen." So I 1000% agree with him that is such a terrible game. Ended up playing about an hour, horrible variance, and ended the session ahead $19. Only $19. Just horrible. And right now, continuing my drive. It's starting to rain. We got 4 hours ahead of us right now, so we're gonna move on here. Hopefully things are better. Right now it's 85 degrees outside, just starting to rain, and I'll come back and update you soon. Really, really busy traffic-wise. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back, and looks like some accidents over here. Now, I don't know what the big deal is here. Just a light rain, maybe some distracted driving. Put that phone down. Why is that phone in your hand? Distracted driver. By the way, let's just say I did something, and that phone hand-to-hand thing went away, and I actually got a check in the mail. So let's just leave it at that. But yeah, it's with everything going on with cars. I mean, you have to do apples to apples here. You can't just say you're going 5 miles an hour over the speed limit, so you should get a ticket. You're driving a Corvette with all these safety features, and if it flips 50 times, you're still not going to get hurt. But that guy driving the whatever, 25-year-old car with the doors falling off and the muffler dragging on the ground, he's doing 3 over, and he's less dangerous than you. Or he's doing 5 under, and he's less dangerous than you, because he's not less dangerous. So anyway, all right, so right now we've been driving for about 2 hours, and still raining on and off. I mean, it'll go like intense rain and then dry pavement, and then intense rain and dry pavement. So anyway, right now I'm going to stop and get some fuel. I still have a couple hundred miles range, but I want to just get the fuel right now, and I'll probably get some on the way home too, which will probably carry me through the Monday and Tuesday episodes. I'm going to go ahead and go through this yellow. There we go. We're cool. All right, let's get some fuel here, and we'll go on from here. I did some online stuff. I had the biggest runs, man. I was doing so good, and then just got peaked about yesterday, and then gave back everything that I won yesterday, and then today I was down a bunch and got it all back. So just about almost even for the day today. But yeah, it's definitely that hot streak is over, I'll tell you that. Right now we're going to get fuel for $2.80 a gallon, and then we're going to continue on. Nothing else will be in our way. See, now there's a rainbow. I don't know if I can get a picture of that. It's kind of a weak rainbow, but there's a full rainbow in the sky from end to end, and now it's not raining. A second ago there was an accident, and police were there helping them, and it was intense rain. So I don't know. That's, I guess having hot weather, and the temperatures drop now. It's 77 degrees outside. So all right, we're gonna get some fuel, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back, finally getting close. Man, that is a long drive. Man, I should have just skipped the first place, man. I would have been here 2 hours ago. Right now, it's just a little bit before 8 o'clock. Just getting to this place, and my goodness, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready. Hopefully I get some blackjack in. This is the right shift for me to be able to get blackjack in. Hopefully find some nice slots to play. I'm ready to go, man. I am ready right now. So I'm about 1 mile away from the casino. We're going to get in there, make some money. I'm going to come back with some good news. I'll be back. All right, guys, starting to get late now, almost midnight. And actually, it's after midnight. I'm just getting out of here now. And a lot of stuff went on in there. It was a pretty long night, man. It really was. First of all, the parking was jam-packed, and they were also renovating some of the parking, so that made it worse. So you had to go further and further to find a parking spot. Get in there, and it's pretty busy. I don't know what was going on locally, but it must have been something. I know the soccer stuff is still going on. There was Mexico against England going on, and so I played a few slots. Actually, I played one slot. I was ahead like $90 right away on a play. I walked in. As soon as I walk in, I'm looking at the first couple machines, and I see this guy, and he's familiar to me. And I had talked to him before. We exchanged phone numbers and stuff, and nice enough guy, but I mean, I don't know him very well, so like, you have to be a little bit cautious. Uh-oh. Did I lose my charger thing? Dang it. Oh, no, there it is. So you got to be really careful. Just because someone's checking machines doesn't mean that they know what they're doing, and just because they're doing that doesn't mean they're trustworthy, so you got to be really careful. But I had talked to this guy before and got to know him a little bit. And then, so when I saw him, he said, "Hey, how's it going?" And he didn't remember my name, and I didn't remember his name because we'd only met one time before. But we caught up a little bit, and he asked me how I was doing. And I said, I just got here. I think I'd actually made one play before that, and I lost like 60 cents. So I talked to him, and he's like, what are you up to? I said, yeah, I'm going to be going to Vegas in about 9 days or so. And he said, oh man, I've got a voucher. I just got back from Vegas. I've got a voucher. I'm not sure if you want to buy it from me. I'm like, well, how much is it? He's like, 200. I said, I mean, yeah, I'll do it to help you out. He's like, I'll just give it to you for 150. I'm like, okay, well, $150 risk is not a big deal. I'm getting 25% off on it, and it's got a recent date, like within the last couple of days. So I don't think it's fake or anything. I mean, that's not the kind of thing that you would fake in this area. You would fake something like that in Vegas or something. Now, there are times where a kiosk will cash a voucher and then accidentally spit it back out. I've seen that happen before, and then the thing is cashed and it's not worth anything, but I didn't think that was going to be happening with this guy. That we just getting to know each other and stuff and exchanging ideas and things, and he's not going to want to screw me right away. So I bought that from him. So now I'm down 150 technically, because I bought that from him. But then I leave him and I go to the area that he was just at, and I find a play that's like just free money. Basically, just walk up and take the free money. And I played that, and I sent him a text message. I said, didn't you just check this machine? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, there's this play, and 2 spins, I won $94 on it. And so whatever, I saw him one more time, and that was it for the night. I found a blackjack table to play, low-limit blackjack, and played it until it was no longer worth my while based on number of people at the table, negative counts, and all that kind of stuff. And I was at that table for a short time, ended up ahead $100 on that table. Then I went and played no limit Omaha. No, I'm sorry, 2-5 no limit Hold'em, and I bought in for 300. Oh, man, now I'm starting to forget the hands. Oh, there was then they do like a $25 bomb pot whenever the dealer change happens. So on the first bomb pot, I've got, so the bomb pots are 2-board Omaha. So on that first one, I end up with 2 pair on one board and 2 different pair on the other board. And I had bought in for 300. I was down to like 150. And there was basically about what I had left in the pot. So I went all in, and I didn't get any callers. So I was good. I was back to like a starting stack. Played for a while, lost that one, rebought, and then lost that stack. Now it's down 600. And then got down to this other hand. This one was actually before I was down 600, this one was another bomb pot hand. And I believe I had 3, 5, 7 jack. Not exactly the hand that you would want to play, right? And the flop on the first one was 9, 7, no, it was 7, 3, 3. And I had a 7 and a 3, so I had a full house on that one. And I had 2 pair on the other one. the turn was a 9 and the river was whatever. One guy calls my all in, and he's got pocket 9, so he ended up with a full house with 9s and 3s, and I had 7s and 3s. Right, yeah, 3, 5, 7 jack. So I lost that, and then the bottom board, I had 2 pair, and the guy across from me had a set and ended up with quads. So I lost the top and the bottom. So then now I'm down about 600. Buy in for 300 more. I'm in for 900 now, and I'm the button, and I have ace 7 suited, and the flop is 6, 7, 7. So the guy on my left just checks, and the guy after him to my right, he makes it 100. I go all in for my stack, which was like 240 at that point. And both guys call me, so now we got like $1,000 in the pot, almost. So I've got trip 7s with an ace kicker. The guy to my right has a pair of 6s, and the flop was 6, 7, 7, so he's got a full house. And then the guy to my left has an 8, 5 with a 6, 7, 7 on the board, so he's open-ended, but this is, I mean, how are you going to win, right, for that guy? Well, the guy on my left hits the 8 of hearts. No, he had a 7 of hearts. I don't know. He ended up with a straight flush. So he didn't have a 7 or an 8. He must have had the river must have been a 4 of hearts, because he ended up with a straight flush with, wait a minute here. I'm getting confused here. That was a different hand. No, that was his hand. He ends up with a straight flush with his 8, 5. This 8 gave him a straight flush. So I come in third. When I flop a set of 7s, or trips with an ace kicker, and I come in third in the hand. So now I'm down 900, buy in for 300 more, and slowly grind away over the next hour and a half, and ended up leaving that table plus $4 after all that. So, oh yeah, right here. Dang it, I had the whole hand written down here, and I wasn't paying attention to what my notes were. Ace 7 suited, flop 6, 7, 7, guy raises 100, I go all in. One guy has 6, 6, the other guy has 8, 5 offsuit. 8, 5 hits a straight flush on the river. Yep. Then I played blackjack, and I was down 300 right away. Rebought, and ended up finally leaving that table barely even, plus 22. So it was a rough night as far as that was concerned. So, and then I stopped and got something to eat, and then went back and finished playing slots. And I ended the slot session. I actually found 2 very nice plays. One of them was, I think I have a picture actually, so I can document here. That was the first hand. Okay, this one here was a $6 a spin play, and one spin actually paid me $261. I played that all the way through, and then another one was a $3 a spin play, and the final result on that one was plus 344. So overall, on the slots, I ended up doing better than anything else. It was plus $594. So if we review here, we started off with a plus 19 early on, and then we moved on to this casino, had $100 blackjack, so that's 119. $4 on the 2-5 no limit, so that's 123. $22 on blackjack, so that's 145, and then 594, which is basically 699. Is that right? I think something like that. $699 is what I made. So not great, but you know what? Money is money, and I'm glad I was able to make money, because it was really rough. It was those 2 big slot plays that really helped me a lot. I actually trying to think. The second blackjack session, I was actually down as much as 900 at one point and came back. No, 12 and came back. The poker, I was down 900 and came back. The other blackjack session, I was never really down, but just never got anything going. It was all chopping back and forth with the dealer, down 50, up 100. It wasn't really much happening there, and then the tables got busy. So overall, I think we're up $699 for the day, and now driving away from the city. There's construction, there's rain. Temperature's still 73 degrees, still kind of warm for this time of night, but at least it could have been a lot worse. This rain has definitely helped a lot with the all the heat that we had. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. I'm gonna get away from the city here a little bit, and I have a few more things for you. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So right now, going through some severe weather. It finally slowed down enough that I could even record something, but it was so bad. Like right now, I'm doing 60, and I'm way ahead of all the traffic. It is really bad. It was like the road had like a couple inches of water on it, and you just have to take your foot off the gas and just take it easy, because you were going to be drifting around everywhere otherwise. So now it's really pairing off, but there for about 20 minutes or so was really bad. So I actually considered pulling over and waiting for it to kind of get a little bit better, but it looks like I'm through the worst of it right now. So all right, I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. Only about 2 more hours to go. On the way home, weather is much better now. The ground is mostly dry. The road is mostly dry. 72 degrees. About 2:15 a.m. And interesting day, long day. Did a lot of work at home. Had a family event. Did that, and then worked on my cameras as well. A lot of travel, a lot of play. Not enough play compared to travel, but overall a decent day, and we made a good amount of money. And that's what's important, is that we keep moving in the right direction, keep capitalizing on whatever we can, and doing the right things. And outcome is important, but as long as we keep doing the right things, the outcome will happen the way we want it to be. Right now, planning out next steps. Obviously, going on the trip to Vegas. Probably be going back to the area that I recently visited a few weeks ago as well. Heard about another area today. Maybe trying to visit that one as well. So there's a lot of things going on, a lot of travel coming up. Just hoping that those things are prosperous. I'd like to start seeing some bigger paychecks than just a few $1,000s here and there. Obviously, there's a lot of learning that needs to happen, but I would really like to have a breakthrough here pretty soon, and that'll make me a lot more comfortable about putting the money out for the travel and being away from home and all that kind of stuff. We can do our segments real quick. What did you eat today, MW? Had a family event today. We actually had ordered in some chicken, some salads, some coleslaw, stuff like that. It was really good. I give that a 9 on a scale of 2 through 8. Got to see family and spend time and talk and all that. And then this evening I had some Asian chicken with white rice, and that was pretty good as well. Actually, the portions were really good too. I give that a 10 on a scale of 2 through 8. And we have a couple more segments coming up. Today's going to be the first segment about the things that I love about America. So that'll be coming up here in just a minute. And what did you learn today? MW will be coming up as well. So Hang on just a few moments. Alright guys, it's time. Let's do a segment that I'm going to entitle the 1776 Countdown. It's going to be 1,776 things that I love about America. And we're going to start with the thing that kicked it all off, and the reason that we were celebrating yesterday, and that is the Declaration of Independence. And that's when we declared that we were free from England, right? So I'm just going to tell you stuff that I know from having read the Declaration of Independence. It's not an easy read. You can actually listen to it. There's hundreds of things out there that explain it more, but if you actually read it, you kind of understand the tone of it and where they were going with it. And if you read some of the history about it, there are some things in there that were removed that should have been in there and didn't get introduced until later on, and we'll talk about those in later episodes. So first of all, obviously, July 4th, 1776 is when the Declaration of Independence was adopted, but it was actually written in June. Most of it was written by Thomas Jefferson, and a group of the founding fathers had gathered to talk about it, and they kind of gave some information about what they'd like to see in it, what they'd like to come out of it, and then they discussed it, and then the final draft was written. And obviously all the different representatives of the different states signed it, and that's when it was ratified, not ratified, I guess you could say that it was adopted, and that was on July 4th, 1776. So what did it do? It declared that we were independent from British rule, which obviously, that's treason, right? If you win, then you have a new country, but if you lose, then you're treasonous and you're all gonna die. So, it took a lot of guts to do that, but it got to the point where they decided, hey, we're either gonna be free or it's not worth it at all. So, now it did say a lot of things about, I think it was King George at the time, if I remember right, how disappointed they were about him and all that kind of stuff. It did say one major thing, which is one of the cornerstones of our country, and later on in the Constitution, when we talk about the Constitution, you'll see how important this is, and that is that all men are created equal. And when you say men, that includes women, right? It's mankind, all men on earth, all people are created equal. And this is huge, because in everywhere else, in England where they came from and other places, there were still monarchies everywhere, and not everybody was created equal. It talked about that certain rights were given to us by God, which is very important, that religion had a lot to do with our founding. Later on, we'll talk about separation of church and state, and the major point of that is so that the state does not interfere with you not celebrating, but practicing your religion. So it has nothing to do with limiting you from practicing your religion. It's not limiting you from practicing your religion. So that's a big thing. I think it was King George III or something. And then it basically talked about how everybody needs to have freedom, and talks about life, liberty, and the pursuit of what? Pursuit of happiness. Happiness is actually property, the pursuit of property. So life, liberty, so we're free, and the pursuit of property, the pursuit of happiness, which means that you have the right to go out and work hard and achieve and amass money, amass goods, amass a home, whatever it might be. So life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness contradicts socialism and communism right there already. And the fact that they talk about God-given rights, also, God-given rights, so that everybody by default should have these rights, and that's a really, really major thing. And I could do hours and hours on this. I'll be honest with you, one of the reasons that I delayed releasing this was because I actually contemplated doing a podcast on it. I already had a website, I already had an email address, and I'd already written a list of a few hundred things that I would discuss, and they were going to be like 15 to 20 minutes long each, but I'm not going to do that. I just don't have the time. Maybe one day I'll do that. But anyway, so that's the Declaration of Independence, number one in my list of 1,776 things that I love about America, and not all of them will be this long, and we will be doing, some days we'll be doing 5 or 10 of them, because there'll be more minor things, but this is a big one, so I wanted to make this one first. Alright guys, I just wanted to have that be a separate segment, because I may pull it out in the future and have it stand alone. But the last thing we're going to talk about today is what did you learn today, MW? I actually met with a couple friends of mine today and talked to a couple friends of mine and learned about where these guys have been, some areas that are being manipulated right now, some new ideas that we've been developing, and we've been fine-tuning them. So did a lot. So basically, what did you learn today, MW? I developed my skills and asked important questions that are going to help me in the future to make more money. So that's going to be it, I think, for now. I don't want to make it too long. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.